So PGC is obviously the global championship. It's the end of the year, all 9 regions, 32 different teams. For us, it's the biggest event we've ever been to, and I think it's the biggest event that PUBG's ever had.
Genji 7 kills.
We are going to see the best of the best players, the best teams in the world, all playing a very interesting and a very difficult system that they're going to have to work their way through to prove who is the best player and the best team in the entirety of the world.
そして確実にキルを入れていくまだキルは足りないか5キルランペ
Oh, he's gonna get that second knock on the non-dragon as well. What was that?
So my take on PGC is obviously it's like the biggest event in the world so far for PUBG. No matter how long PUBG's been going, it's like the pinnacle.
And really when you get to something like PGC, that's when it's time for your superstars to really arise.
There's a reason why he's one of the best in the world, and these clutch moments and situations are exactly why. He's been sat here biding his time the entirety. Finally, Rustamar, the backup plan. He hits the world. He's got the shot that's needed. Uber needs to confirm this. He does. We're into a 1 versus 1. He could clutch it single-handedly.
And I've got a big thing with superstars. There's a bunch of them in Korea. There's a bunch of them in Europe. We know that there's some in North America and Oceania. Now it's time to start seeing, China, who, a lot of international teams haven't really seen too much since last year.
I think some regions are incredibly strong. EU and Korea especially are probably the 2 strongest regions. On top of that, there's been some really good Chinese teams.
大的威也放到一个，
熟悉拉出来开始抢分，
这个雷有了，漂亮啊！
Updating of the scoring system, it's pretty much the meta is pretty clear. People play for kills. I think Korea was way ahead of their time last year. They were playing for kills much more than other teams and taking really big fights. But I think it's all evened out, and I think everyone's playing on the same type of mentality now, which is try and get the best position you can, but if you can't, you got to take fights.
7킬이거든요.
We'll start fight with Justice though.
Oh my God! What was that?
The main teams I'm looking forward to playing against are probably the Chinese and Korean teams. I love killing them and hearing their fans in the audience just go silent or start booing. That's like one of the best feelings.
I think that Atletico is going to be really interesting to keep an eye on. The way that they rotate through, I would say that Australia has shown that they are forced to be reckoned with.
Some extreme plays off the end, getting it to extreme.
And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Armory Gaming. Armory Gaming and Duckmans is probably one of my favorite players to watch.
Duckman เอาจัดเกมนี้7คิวของ Armory Gaming โดดลงมา MTX ทำเป็น Duckman
Uba. I think Uba's the best player in the world right now from FaZe. I think they are currently the best team in the world. I think they're the team to beat when it comes to PGC. On top of that, I think a lot of the Korean teams are going to perform very well. Genji, I think, is going to be nuts. They always are when it comes to international competition. I'm interested in Vendetta. They perform very, very well, even outplaying Atletico in their finals to get their spot at PGC. So I think that'll be an interesting team to look at. And I think Atletico is another one, coming from OCE and seeing if they can repeat their performance from Sweden.
So as far as favorites go, you'd have to be living under the rock for the past year to not say FaZe, Liquid, Navi. I mean, these 3 are huge favorites going into this tournament. CJ Entus Force, Afrika Freaks Ares, all these guys, big favorites to win this tournament. I would say, anywhere from 2 to 1 to 5 to 1 if you're making odds.
Every single team that's here wants to make a statement. It's not about being the best country, it's not about being the best region, it's the pinnacle. Who is the best team in the world, and can they prove it?